Hi, it's Nancy with Nancy's Hooked on Crochet. I'd like to thank you all for coming back, all the new subscribers, as well as my friends now, as well as the other subscribers that have been here for a while. So I just been busy crocheting, and I wanted to show you what I made recently. So I posted something like a couple of weeks ago, and I have a cousin that lives in New York, where I used to live, and she said, "Why don't you make a sweater?" So I I was looking around and I made a little top thing with, you might have seen it, with the off the shoulder. And then I found this sweater, and it was a cute picture, and it was like, it looked like a teen girl. I didn't know the YouTuber. Her name is Hey Carrie, and she also has her own she has like one of those blog web pages where you can get the instructions for free. And of course, she has a tutorial that's right up my alley, so I can learn to follow the tutorial as well as look at the pattern. I mean, if you want to print it off, she sells them. And I don't really have a printer. And anyway, I just I'll put it on my laptop so I can refer to it. Anyway, so this is the sweater. Let's see, put it on. Now, let me get close. You can see the stitch. The picture, it was solid color, so I think it looked good in a solid color. And it has 3/4 length sleeves. And she used a number 3 yarn. I used comfy cotton, which I think is sort of, let me turn this way. I think I sewed it together. And I got it lined up too. Not bad for the first sweater. So you basically sew 2 panels, crochet 2 panels, and when you get up to about here, you make a chain, and then you're doing like all the way across from here to here. So you have the 2 panels, and then you have 2 pieces like this. Anyway, and I didn't go with the small. I think I went with the large. And I'm gonna link below the link to her video, her YouTube, as well as her blog, where she has the, you could see the written pattern for free. So it wasn't difficult, really. I think I got it done in about 5 days, which wasn't bad. Some shawls take me a week, because I'm not home crocheting the entire day. I have grandbaby to take care of, cooking to do, shopping. So, I do it in the morning or at night, stuff like that. And it's not too holy, actually, so you really can't see through it. I got a tank top underneath. But I think I could wear just a bra under there. We don't get much cold weather here. So this is the comfy cotton, and it was Blueberry Muffin is the name. And it's pretty purplish. There's like little bits of brown and like gray. It's kind of, I actually got this yarn a long time ago at Walmart. I think it was either this. I think I either paid $1 or $1.50. I have some that I paid $1 and some that I paid $1.50. And I thought that was a pretty good deal. But I didn't know what to do with it. But I'm happy with how it turned out. So tell me what you're making this week. And these I already showed you a different day. But what happened was I had made some earrings, and you have to stiffen them or something, otherwise they're too flimsy. So I finally found the stuff at Joann's, and I used a coupon. I think I had a 40% off coupon, and I don't remember exactly what I paid for this, but I bought this stuff. It's called Stiffy, and it's fabric stiffener, and you just I kind of soak the earrings and then let them dry. And I had other ones too that I made. It's still bending a little, but it's much better than it was before, That's all. And it dries clear, so whatever color it is, it'll be that color. So it came out pretty good. Let me show you I got the hat on the big loom, and I took these two yarns and put them together. And I even learned how to make a little, like a rim. Now this purple one is the big one. It's like for a 10-inch hat. It's too big on me. I think it's too big. Whoop. I mean, when I get to the desired length, then you cast off by sewing it. There's ways of doing it. Just like they only gave me a little instruction paper, and I just went right to tutorials on YouTube and learned how to do it like the same day. So that was great. So that's the story. Oh, I didn't show you this yet. I had gotten it for a bargain. Anyway, what happened was I went to Walmart and I bought a set of looms. And originally it was $9. And I went back. I kept going back. I kept looking for yarn, and I found some yarn for like $2.50, and so I found a bunch of yarn, and eventually I kept going back, and the yarn was all disappearing. I have way too much in my closet. I can't show you. It's too much of a mess. And I'm working on getting it organized. So I actually got this for $4, and I thought that was a really good deal, being, I wanted to try it, but I didn't know how much, because I know I'm going to want to crochet, so I don't know how much I'm going to use a loom. But I thought I kind of like how the hat comes out. I'll show you one that's complete. 1 second. So yeah, that one came with the four of these round things, and it's for, you need chunky yarn for that one. It came with the little pick. Wait a second. So here I made this one on the second to the biggest. And what happens is when you use the knitted loom thing, it curls at the end. And I didn't really like that. I'll show you an example. I try to make a hat by using one strand, and I thought this yarn was a number 5, and see how it curls. I guess some people wear it like that, and I turned this into a cowl. I ended up crocheting an edge on it because I didn't want to waste the yarn. I mean, I could have pulled it all out. So it wasn't heavy enough for a hat, but I turned it into a lightweight cowl. And I just added a shell on the edge. It looks almost like a crown. See? Looks a little like a crown. But it's not a hat because it's way too baggy. And this one I made on the second to biggest. And I have a lot of this kind of yarn. It's snug on my head. So, I don't know. I'll probably end up sending it to somebody in my family that lives up north because I live in Florida. So I'm not going to be able to wear this in Florida unless I visit New York, and I don't see myself visiting anytime soon. Then I have this other yarn that I made a hat with once. I gave it to somebody, so I can't show it to you. And I really didn't like how it came out. It looked like a helmet. This yarn is a 6, and it's really, really, really thick. So I made this on the big loom. And I made this rim. Sort of a slouchy hat. It's good if you have a lot of hair or you have a big head. But it fits me. But I just made it really slouchy. But I think the color is good for a guy. And I have 2 sons in New York, so we'll see if they like it. Let's see. I bought this, and it said it was $5, and I kept saying I'm not going to buy it. I kept seeing it, and then the day that I bought that one for $4, I bought this one for $2.50. so it was half this price. And it comes, this one came with stitch markers and a pick. And there is a little book in here, with that one didn't really come with a book. I kind of got loom loony. I got crazy with the looms. And I got this one for $2. This one makes a scarf. So if you want like the knitted look instead of the crocheted look. Anyway, I could see like starting a loom and doing that in between. Sometimes I usually have one project on the run, you know. And it's good to, and then sometimes I don't know what I want to make. And I end up getting frustrated. So that's why I end up just making a couple of hats. Okay, then I bought another one. This one will work with number 4 yarn, number 3 and number 4 yarn. And it's got 3 in there. And it also has 1 hook, 1 needle, and free patterns. And like I said, I probably just go to YouTube if I want to try to make it. And they're showing boot cup, like, you know, the thing for, I don't wear boots, the thing for the boots. But maybe it's good for a baby hat and you want to use a thinner yarn, you don't want to use a super thick yarn. Like, it gets a little cool here in the winter, so I could see making the baby, my grandbaby, a hat. Anyway, so that's, yeah, like this is what came with the, you know, the first one, the big round looms. It wasn't really a book, it was like a little tiny brochure. And I just dropped my pick. So I got a bunch of these. And then I bought this. They had these for $3.50. So I kept going back. Nobody was buying them. I bought one. Then like the next week I bought another one. Then when I went back this week, it was $1.50. So I said, okay, maybe I'll use it as a gift for a giveaway or something. So I have extra, you know, and you could always use extra hooks. So soon I'm going to do a giveaway. Okay, then what else did I get? Oh, I started a new project, crochet project. So the same girl that made the pattern for the sweater, I'm trying to follow a tutorial for a top. And anyway, I'm going to put the link below. You can't really tell what it looks like, but I took a mandala cake. I have this one. It's called Pegasus, Pegasus. I actually made a shawl out of this. And it comes with all these. I took my ball winder and I separated all the colors because I want to try to have, you make 2 panels, kind of like the sweater. So I kind of want to, you know, have the bottom be the same in the back and the front. So this is the bottom. See, I started the bottom on both. And I'm just starting the next color. Like I'm going to put this as the next color. And then you work your way up. So I'm hoping I'll be able to, she has a tutorial, it's the same person that made this sweater. So she has a tutorial and the written pattern that you could get it for free. And I'm just working on it. I mean, I like the picture on her, you know, of her sweater, but it looks different in my yarn. This is she used a number 3 yarn, and this is the mandala cake. So, I don't know. What do you think? And I started it and I didn't know what size. It goes by the bust size. So I try to go with the size I thought I was. And it looked huge. So then I ripped it out and I started over just doing a regular large. This, like, the small was too, I think I'm doing the large. No, I don't know. Don't mind me. It's coming along. I don't know if it's going to look good because it's going to be a lot of colors. And hopefully it'll look, you know, it's not too heavy because it's number 3. I mean, this is like a heavy 3. And this is a light 3. So hopefully it won't be too hot. Maybe I'll actually get to wear it here. But my cousin's like, oh, I want one, you know. Anyway, I don't have any more of this yarn, but I have some comfy cotton in solid blue. So maybe I would try to make another sweater like this in a solid, because solid really look good. So when you see, if you go to the tutorial page or her web page, you'll see the gray color one her daughter's wearing. I think it's her daughter. She has a young girl wearing it. And that's what I'm up to. I'm only talking 15 minutes. I don't know how I'd be able to make a video every day like some of my friends are doing. You know? But that's what I've been up to. Hats, looms, and the sweater. And now the top. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna work with the back and the front simultaneously. So I'll keep the colors, like they both have it goes with the darker green, and then I got the lighter one. I got to sew in my ends. And kind of has like a little leaf, like little leaves. I don't know if you could see it. I liked how it looked on hers, but you know, sometimes you pick out a different yarn, it doesn't quite look the same. Like this doesn't look quite the same as the one but she liked it because I kind of like hashtagged her on my Instagram and she posted it on her page, so she obviously liked it. So that's nice. Anyway, so I hope you're all doing well. I mean, I've been staying in a lot. Well, I stay in, but I go out to the store. And today I had to go to the dentist. I had some work done, and thank God I'm not in any pain. I had to have a crown redone, and then I got to go back in 2 weeks to get the permanent crown. And she's telling me I need more crowns. So slowly getting all this dental work done. I got to, when I first moved here 5 years ago, you know, I didn't go to the dentist for a while, and I paid for it. So now I go at least every 5 months for a cleaning, something like that. And using the water pick on my teeth. So I'm doing better with keeping up with my teeth. I told my kids, you can't get away with stuff, you know, as you get older, you know. You can't get away with, you know, not flossing. So I like the water pick because I don't really like using the regular floss. But I did have one small cavity, and I was like, oh, I've been brushing every night and flossing, so I don't know how I got a cavity. But I did. But that's all. So it's been very hot here. And we've been having a lot of rain on and off. So today was kind of rained a lot this afternoon. So it wasn't really, I could have gone to the pool. It was very, very hot. That's how it's been going here. It gets very, very hot, and then it rains really, really hard. And my poor dog, he can't stand the thunder. He'll hide in the hallway where there's no windows. He's a scaredy cat, you know. And that's the story. So, did you ever try a loom? And what do you think? Hope you'll tell me what you think of my sweater. Have you ever made a sweater? Anyway, it was nice talking to you all. I'm planning on doing a little more crocheting tonight with this little sweater. And the hat I'm working on now, I got a feeling it's going to be too big. You know, I'm using 2 yarns. So that's why I went and bought the other one, because I thought maybe I would need that one, because I don't always want to use 2 yarns. But they say that's a good way to get rid of stash, to make the hats like that. I mean, I've watched, what's her name? Oleander. Her last name's Oleander. Can't remember the name of the channel. But she has one of those machines and she makes the hats. I think you crank it. I don't think it's electric. And if I lived in New York, I'd make more hats. I did go and drop off hats for the Hat Not Hate. There was actually a drop-off location in driving distance. It was some kind of organization that helps kids, JCs, something. It was like they rented a room there. So I called the lady and she happened to be there, and I went to bring the hats. I only made 5 hats, but I had made them a while ago, and I figured I want to make sure that it gets there. And I know it was extended, but for some reason she had, you know, she got some people to make hats. For some reason she She was going to send them in this week. So if I could have maybe made some more hats, and I brought them back in 2 weeks, but she was going to be sending them out. And then she gave me yarn, so I ended up getting a bunch of yarn. Got a bunch of blue yarn. So I hope they do it again next year, because I'll be making them hats. I'll have the looms, and I can make better hats. I think they come out better on the loom for me. I mean, it's easy. You don't really have to think about it with all the increasing and stuff like that. So I figured I would be able to make more hats on the loom. But I would definitely use the not the biggest one, you know. Enough about the looms. So tell me if you ever use the loom. Anyway, I'm getting hot from the light. So that's about it. I've been watching YouTubes while I crochet, and that's it. I'm just going to work on my top, and hopefully by next week I'll have it finished. You know, I almost got a little discouraged because I wasn't sure I was liking the stitch. You know. All right, happy to see you, and I hope to come back sooner next time. All righty, bye-bye.